team was coming off the Christmas break, which is always a concern at this time of the year. So, we shared the ball, I think 13 assists in the first half on 18 field goals. So on 18 field goals, 13 assists, and that was an indication of playing a cohesive brand of basketball, making the extra pass, sharing the sugar, as we like to say. So we really had a nice rhythm offensively, and then defensively, we were active and aggressive, tied together, and we're able to string together. We're able to string, consecutive stops or shutouts, and that led to our ability to get out of transition and capitalize the break. 22 points in the fast break and 20 points off the turnovers. So stops and shutouts fueled fast break, the runouts for us. Then the second half, we were disjointed and we didn't perform to the best of our ability, but we were also, substituting and trying to get some minutes for our bench, because at some point, Amar, Miles Stewart, Christian Jones, Joey De La Rosa, those are players we're going to need as we step up, as we step into the Big East Conference this week. So, but I thought the first half we were hitting on all cylinders, and it was an impressive, 20 minutes of basketball. The second half was disappointed with our performance.
Steve, Sir Don spent a little bit of time describing what he went through with the contemplating the redshirt year and stuff like that. How close do you think that was to happening, and what do you think this team would look like without it?
Sure. Well, he really was. I presented the idea to him at our spring meetings, just because that's the time of the year, the appropriate juncture or intersection to review, the previous season. It just finishes, and then to look ahead. And I don't think, I don't think he'd ever thought or considered that. And then once I brought it up, I think he became more intrigued by the idea when I explained my thinking behind it. But it was also a challenge, because in reality, I knew that Don would not end up really redshirt. But I wanted to, send a message that, hey, if you're not calibrated the right way, you're not locked in, and beginning to perform closer to your full potential, then a redshirt year is an option that we can look at. And, he went out in the spring and the summer, and has went to work and has come back in the best condition of his career, and has added various tools or skills that elevated his play.
So it was a motivation.
Yeah, it was, both at that time of the year is when you kind of break down everything that's happened, and then you kind of look to the, to the future in terms of, what's the best strategy to bring forth, the potential, of an individual player. So we, but we talked about it there for whatever that, meeting lasted, maybe an hour in that meeting. I don't think within a week or two, once he went back to work in the spring and the summer, we never broached the subject again. We never even had to talk about it again, because his leadership in the off season was outstanding, and he's come back in great condition, right mindset, providing leadership, and obviously his play is a catalyst at both ends of the court for us.
Coach, before 17 turnovers, 14 steals, Coca had 7 alone. Did you talk about the hustle play by the team?
Yeah, I thought in the first half, they had really quick hands. Some nights you feel like you're moving your feet effectively, you have really good feet, and there are other games where you feel like you have really good hands. And we were very active in terms of our deflections and tracking down 50-50 balls. And so that first half, we really turned up the heat and anticipated well, we were on our toes. Playing at a level that we strive for. And I thought the second half we performed in the second half. We're going to get run out at Seton Hall because they've already blitzed us by 35 and 40 on that court in the last couple of years. So we were fortunate to nip them at the buzzer last year, but prior to that, I think they gave a school record losing scores. We lost by 45 one night or 35 another night. I can't remember, but they blitzed us over there. So if we perform like we did in the second half, we're in big trouble. That was the message post-game. That was an unacceptable second half by St. John's standard. And most concerning is going into the Seton Hall game, a very dangerous team. That type of performance will lead to a blowout in this conference. So they know, these kids they understand that was an unacceptable second half.
Has Dom been your MVP through 12 games?
With this group, everything is more, it's hard to separate because there's been so many, valuable contributors on different nights. Fordham game, Rashid Jordan was lights out. In the comeback in St. Mary's, Dom was pivotal in terms of his defense. We've had the small unit. Becko was ejected or in foul trouble that brought us back in a number of games. Minnesota game comes to mind. So I know that Dom is playing at a very high level, and he's sustained his performance now for 4 or 5 weeks, where the numbers, indicate that he's as productive a player as we have. He influenced the game in so many ways, both sides of the ball. As I said, he's like a tornado, ripping through the court. He's just really, what you call it, playing in the zone or the magic level. Coach Katie's called it the magic level. People in sports talk about being in the zone. Where you're hitting the ball, really well in baseball, or you call it tennis, and Dom is in the zone. For 4 or 5 weeks now.
Have you,
Tonight was a career high for him, but have you seen generally throughout this season that his defensive energy generates offensive energy for him?
And that's, Dom is what is it, emblematic or symbolic or representative, like a microcosm of our team, because when we get stops, when we string together, consecutive stops is when we get out in the open court and go on runs. And Dom is so often the player that spearheads our defensive efforts. And so, yeah, Dom is, like I said, he unnerves opponents. You can see teams kind of get discombobulated or unnerved because he's, comes out of the shadows to block shots. He rotates to take charges. He comes from behind just to slap the ball to a teammate so he can secure possession. And then his speed, once he gets the ball, accelerating what we call Main Street, kind of like the bowling alley, rim to rim. It's in the middle of the floor. When he starts ripping and running with that ball moving down the floor, it's a sight to behold. But it puts a lot of pressure on defenses because you can play over the top with his size in terms of dunking it. You can see over the top to distribute the ball to his teammates, and he's making excellent judgments. The clarity in his judgments, the choices that he's making is what's most impressive about this run. Go back to the Syracuse game when he would flash into that defense. year, but we're seeing it more consistently and at a elevated level. But the same effect, other than last year. Last year, I think it was kind of an aberration where he just didn't. But his freshman and sophomore, he was trending towards the kind of performance he's having as a senior. But last year, he kind of flatlined and even regressed. And then now he's taken off from where he finished his sophomore year with that game winner against St. Joe's, the NIT. But he's stronger, he's bigger, he's more mature, he's added dimensions to his game. So you're seeing, Dom playing closer to his full potential.
Last question for Dennis.
Is there a player in your coaching career who you compare Dom to, or is he unique?
He's definitely unique. He is the unicorn in Haley's comment. Unique players are made in my career, and that's what makes him wonderful. He just is a joy to coach. His spirit, his competitiveness, his humility, his kindness, he's fun-loving. He's one of those great teammates, and as a coach, one of those a real pleasure to have on your team. But I'd say, if you're gonna, Jerron Rush, but Jerron Rush didn't play make